you really should go out there and have a look at what everybody else is charging and make sure that you're of a similar price range so that when people go looking for that practitioner, they are looking for the person rather than at price points. You don't want people who are looking at price points anyway. And where are your next clients coming from? Here I am talking about promoting to the world the people you want, but where are you getting them from? Are you able to say, yes, I get the majority of my clients from Google? Am I following up my clients in a consistent way? Do I have a system in place? We go through this. Do I have space in my week to rest, to think, to create? Does my marketing feel aligned with how I want to show up? So not only those people that I specifically want to see, but is it aligned with me and how I want to show up in the whole gamut of what I do? And am I learning, growing, and am I inspired by my work? Mentoring with Geraldine is a bite-sized practitioner podcast for naturopaths, nutritionists, herbalists, coaches, and practitioners. This podcast responds directly to the needs of you, the practicing natural therapist. We have interviews during the holiday season and business and mindset support each week, so you'll get the variety you need to enjoy and stay motivated in your practice. Don't forget to subscribe to receive the weekly episodes. And if you want to connect with me, always check the show notes because that's where you'll find the links to book appointments and, of course, to join the Academy, the membership group where there's constant connection and community with like-minded practitioners. Now, let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Mentoring with Geraldine and the Bite Size Podcast. How the devil are you? So it really is getting into winter here. I'm sitting looking out my window and there is the wind blowing through the eucalypts. I'm learning so much about eucalyptus trees. I now live on the side of a reserve. And so I do see lots of animals. I don't see kangaroos or anything. I actually see a lot of rabbits and we've seen foxes. So it's not really feeling like I'm in Australia animal-wise, but bird-wise, I'm seeing the most amazing selection of parrots and lorikeets and galahs and everything else. So that's really lovely. But here we are in the middle of the year. And I'm seeing questions like I always do about the consult and getting people coming back. So we are having another webinar on the Monday, the 16th, I think it is, at 2 p.m. my time. So I have sent out emails and I am dropping links in Facebook. So if you want to come along, and the link, of course, will be at the bottom of the show notes. So make sure you can get there. But for June, I thought winter reset for us. Many of us, I used to take July off. This year, I'm taking August off. So I don't need July. I don't have children at school anymore. So I don't have to have school holidays. But what I used to find back in the day when I had the kids and I was still working the July holidays, I didn't have any clients. And then I'd get really upset. And I think I've talked about this a lot. So I'd be like, oh, nobody loves me. Nobody wants to see me. But of course, my client base was on holiday. So what was I expecting, really? And so I thought it's time for us to do a bit of a June reset. So within my Academy group, they've all been sent an email to get themselves 2 one-to-ones with me. So those are 2 half-hour one-to-ones, like a fortnight apart in June, so that they can get things started. And that's all going to work in together with the podcast. There's a workbook which you guys are going to get, which they will get as well. They obviously also have all that background content that they get access to. I mean, that's why you join the Academy, is because all of that content is there just waiting for you. But let's look at this workbook. If you're watching the actual video on YouTube, then you'll see me constantly looking up. I'm not reading anything. I've just got birds flying past the window and they keep distracting me. So I'm like, look up, distract, look up, distract. Anyway, let's start with like a business health snapshot, because we're heading into that July time. We want to get prepped if we're going on holiday. We want to prep for ourselves and we want to make sure, we're in the middle of the year. I don't know about you, but although I'm sitting here looking out the window and it's amazing, I know that there's a storm coming in and lots of you have been really suffering under the weather, the inclement weather on the coast of Australia there. You've been having a lot of rain and bad weather, whereas we're now in drought. So we get a lot of storm activity and a lot of wind, but we're not getting the rain that we need. So let's look at your business. Let's look at your health business. Let's have a winter reset, so to speak. So we need to ask ourselves some really basic questions. And if you go to www.geraldineheadley.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom of the front page, you will see where the podcasts are. If you've already signed up to it, then you have access to it anyway. You just log in at the top and it will automatically come up under your content. And there you will find the workbook for today. So let's do this business health snapshot. So do I feel excited about my work most days? Now, we can't feel excited about our work every single day, but we can most days. And it is good if we feel excited about it most days. So you just need a bit of a tick box and then we can answer some questions later. And you can write about it later in the workbook, So am I attracting clients I truly enjoy working with? And that's really important. We do talk about niching, but what we don't want is people we don't want. And we have to make sure we're not advertising to those people, that we're not promoting to the wrong people. So what you will never see in any of my content is the iconic white female wearing a turban, which is sort of the iconic advertising for they have cancer. All right. And because I don't treat cancer people, I work from home. I worked in oncology as a nurse with my very first qualified job. And I didn't want to bring that energy into my home. So I've left that to other people. Whereas other people, they make it their sole focus because it's a big focus and there's a lot of people out there that need that help. It's where do you want to be? What are you advertising to? Who do you really enjoy working with? Because those are the people you want to be promoting to. Then you can just ignore everyone else. And hopefully those people are the ones who are going to come to you. Do I have good boundaries? We talk about boundaries all the time. And you can put your phone onto focus. You can put your phone onto silent. Mine goes into night shift from 6:30 p.m. to 7 a.m. in the morning. It's not to say I don't go to my phone and check it, but it does mean that nothing comes through and interrupts my evening, except my children. I've got favorites can come through, obviously. And I'm also getting myself a new phone number. So I'm going to ease away from my business phone number so that people are in contact with me. The people I know, people I want to hang out with will be in contact with me on my other phone number. So boundaries, attracting those clients, it's part of boundaries, isn't it? What about pricing? How do you feel about your pricing? Are you good with your pricing right now? Do you have some packages? Do you have some programs? What do you integrate in? Do you have too many things on offer so it's confusing for people? Do you not have enough? You really should go out there and have a look at what everybody else is charging and make sure that you're of a similar price range so that when people go looking for that practitioner, they are looking for the person rather than at price points. You don't want people who are looking at price points anyway. And where are your next clients coming from? Here I am talking about promoting to the world the people you want, but where are you getting them from? Are you able to say, yes, I get the majority of my clients from Google. I always got the majority of my clients from Google. Am I following up my clients in a consistent way? Do I have a system in place? We go through this in the webinar, having this system of follow-up and speaking to people. Do I have space in my week to rest, to think, to create? Does my marketing feel aligned with how I want to show up? So not only those people that I specifically want to see, but is it aligned with me and how I want to show up in the whole gamut of what I do? And am I learning, growing, and am I inspired by my work? So is there anything surprising that really stands out to you? You need to write your thoughts in that workbook. You can download it, you can print it out. You can just use a piece of paper reading it. We need to do some journaling on a regular basis. And this is a way of doing that journaling. So that's the start. I want you to really think about those things. I want you to sit down because next time we're going to look at energy and our emotional audit and a few other parts. We're going to think a little bit more deeply. What I want you to think about on this quick one are those really simple outward things. Last week, we talked about systems. So I really want you to think about those systems. I want you to think about the outward look of everything and how you feel about what people see, what they come across, what are those boundaries. So I want you to have a bit of a sit down. I want you to go through those. You can download them or you can just keep playing me on repeat and answering those questions. It's really important that we understand where we're coming from and where we're sitting within our business model. So I'm going to leave it there. Usual thing, if you've enjoyed it, please scroll down on whichever app you're using and give me 5 stars. We only want 5 stars, don't we? Small businesses all want 5 stars. your business wants 5 stars? Are you asking your clients for reviews on Google? Because that's okay, even if you're registered, because you can't remove a Google review, whereas you can remove reviews from everywhere else. So it's a good idea to get those started no matter what your licensing or registration is. So I've now got a bird sitting at the window staring at me, which is very interesting. So I'm going to get going because I want you to answer these questions for yourself. Either put me back on repeat and listen to them again, or download the workbook, answer those questions, really think about it, really think about where you're coming from, where you're going. And this, it seems so simple, and yet it's something we have to think about as we come into the mid-year. So I look forward to catching up with you on the next one when we go a little bit deeper into all of this. See ya. Thanks so much for joining me today. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to the podcast for the weekly episodes. If you'd like even more support and learning, then the Academy is for you. Here you'll find part 2 of the herbal discussions, more clinical learning, and case studies to support your clients in practice. Bye for now.